And what I have found as I was reflecting on that big question, why? What's the purpose? Why am I here? Why am I going through this? And I feel deeply that it is to remember the truth of who you are, and so that you can show up authentically. And it brought me back, and again, the answer comes up intuitively. You know, you ask the question, and then the answer comes to you. You don't need to force it. And what came through very strongly for me this morning was that whatever I've been doing over the past 16, 17 years, it has been in order to share what I've been learning, remembering, and it's been all about healing. And I feel very much that what I am remembering needs to be shared. It's powerful, okay? And I think humanity, society needs this information, this wisdom, this ancient wisdom. What I'm sharing is not necessarily new, but it is through my unique experience that I feel that I am able to share something very powerful. It's how I've accessed it and learnt to engage with it in a way that is deeply healing, physically, mentally, and emotionally. At the same time, reconnects you to everything that you already are, heightens your intuition, and helps you uncover the truth, what is your authentic expression. And there you have that spiritual path that unfolds. And I found a way to connect to this that is, as I said, simultaneously healing from stress, healing from struggle, survival, all of the things that we attach to in order to get through that linear A to B trajectory of life. And as we let go of that old reality, we're left with ourselves. And it's an empowering process of self-discovery, of rediscovery, of remembering. And what I feel is that I have something very important to share. And for me, it's all about connecting dots, okay? I talked about this in my last post, in a way, as I spoke about this very mystical experience I had 13 years ago on a Vipassana meditation retreat, when I experienced pure consciousness, that energetic state. And what I connected to were these infinitude of dots, of specks, golden light, okay? And it's the baseline of consciousness, of what we are, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally, and that infinitude of dots is what makes up our human presence, okay? And as I've learned to connect these dots intuitively, and it's always coming within, and we get told everything you're looking for is within. What does that mean? And we can access that in meditation. But what I've found is that there is actually something that we can connect to that is tangible in a way that in a human experience, it becomes a very personal roadmap or guide to everything that we are looking for that is to be found within. And yes, you are what you're looking for, but it is understanding what to look for, how to engage, okay? And each of us, we have that unique roadmap. It's like an inner sat-nav. And it's about learning to connect and to join the dots. And at the same time, what you're doing is you're following breadcrumbs which are specifically set out for you to follow in order to arrive or to find what it is you're looking for which at the same time simultaneously connects dots. It's like puzzle pieces falling into place. It's a puzzle that only you could possibly understand, because it is such a unique way of accessing all of this information, this inner wisdom that will help you heal, become whole. That's what healing means, to become whole. And again, we have that unified presence state, returning to consciousness, awakening consciousness within the body. I spoke about that in my last post. So it's learning to heal physically, mentally, and emotionally, bringing everything back into wholeness, and at the same time connecting and joining all of those dots, heightening your intuition, and discovering that inner roadmap, that sat-nav, that is going to show you exactly what you need when you need on this path of awakening. So that's what I've discovered, and that's what I'd like to share with you. That's what I feel I am here to do. This is my path and understanding purpose and what it is I have to share and how I can help. And this is also part of my healing journey as a healer, as I have been healing. And what I found interesting on the path of the healing path, if you like, is that there was a time when I used all the knowledge that I was gaining to help other people heal. But it was very much a giving rather than that flow of giving and receiving. And whoever was being healing was receiving, but wasn't receiving the wisdom that would have been empowering in order to connect to all this incredible wealth of wisdom, of knowing, of inner guidance, which at the same time was incredibly healing. And I think I was doing that at a certain time because that's what I would have dearly liked at that time. I would have loved for somebody to come and give me all this healing. But as I've evolved as a healer and I've come into a whole state, I realized that to show up and just heal and the person receiving is healing, but passively receiving without all that wonderful wisdom, is disempowering. It's only giving half the gift, if you like. And what I want to do now is to show people how to do what I have learned to do intuitively, which has helped me heal in every way, physically, mentally, and emotionally, has helped me heal from extreme stress, has helped me establish healthy boundaries, healthy relationships, has helped me understand my purpose, has brought me into a state of presence and unity in being, and being able to bring all that wealth of wisdom that I remembered, discovered, connected to, and to use it as a way to live connected to all that is, to live from that 0 point state. So it's not just a healing modality, it is a way of living, a way of life that has become very natural, second nature to me. And it is incredibly enriching, empowering, and there's always more to discover, It's not the A to B trajectory where you get to B and that's it. No, there's always more, and it's always more that is discovered through that connection in the present moment, that is showing you that all of these dots are here to be connected. A very personal path of discovery, And I'm showing you how to access that personal path, to find that all the dots come back to that one dot, for want of a better explanation, the 0 point, unity, okay? And by learning to connect all these dots, you're coming back into your unified presence with the 0 point of everything. I don't know if that makes sense yet. It's taken me a while to come to that awareness, that understanding of what the joining of dots was all about. And it's interesting, as I learned to join the dots, and it's always the internal, okay, the inner roadmap. It's when you start to see more and more synchronicity in your life. It's when you start to join the dots in the 3D, in that physical reality. Okay, and that's the process of manifesting, of creating your reality as you connect in the present moment. You know, you're building the future in the present moment. It's all connected. Okay, so it's healing. It's creative. It's going to give you everything you need to know on your spiritual path of remembering who you are, bringing you back to that authentic expression, that empowered sovereign state. It's incredible, and I'd like to share it with you, okay? So I'm going to show you how to connect the dots, follow the breadcrumbs, to connect to that inner roadmap that you have, to everything you need on your journey of spiritual remembering, discovery, of coming back to the truth of who you are. So that's exciting, I feel. And I'll continue showing up, and I will see you again in the next post. And as always, let me know if you have any questions, any thoughts, any feedback. If you're struggling with anything in particular, whether it's your physical health, whether it's stress. Stress was huge on my journey, massive. It is possible to fully recover from stress and all of its symptoms, physical, mental, and emotional, without, I have found, any medication, but simply through reconnecting and joining those dots. So if you're interested in that, I can help you. And I would be very, very pleased to share what I have learnt. Okay, it's powerful. Simple but powerful. Okay. Thank you for being here, and yeah, see you in the next post.